Hey, I'm going to tell you a secret. Pay attention. I know that you haven't gotten the offer. Your resume is getting you the interview. You are answering the questions and getting good feedback on your answers, but you're still not getting the offer. I'm going to tell you what it might be. So pay close attention. Okay? It might actually be your body language. A lot of candidates don't realize that they're coming across very awkwardly in the interview. And even though their resume is pristine, their experience is great, their answers are on point, something is leaving a bad taste in the mouth of the hiring manager because of your body language. So let me help you. Listen to these top 10 mistakes that candidates make during the job interview and how to correct them. And hopefully you will turn that drought around. You will get the offer. You've got the experience. Your resume looks good. You practiced your answers. Let's just take care of this final detail. All right, you listening? The top 10 mistakes that candidates make during a job interview that could be costing you the offer. Follow. 1, bad posture. Let me just tell you, if you lean too far forward, it comes off as aggressive. You could be invading the personal space of the interviewer if you lean too far forward. If you lean too far back, it could come across as arrogant or disinterested, or you're lazy. What you want to do is sort of be midway, a nice distance away from the interviewer. Sit up straight as if there's a string pulling the top of your head to the ceiling. Sit up straight. Don't lean too far forward. Don't lean too far back. Secondly, crossing your arms. It comes across as defensive. It makes you unapproachable. It could make you look angry. You don't want to cross your arms. It looks like you're resistant, like you'll be difficult to work with. So don't cross your arms. Thirdly, not making eye contact. If you're always looking away or looking around and not looking the interviewer directly in the eyes, not in a weird, creepy way, because I'm going to talk about that, but not making eye contact at all gives people the feeling that you can't be trusted and there's something strange going on. Similarly, staring. If you make eye contact and don't break the gaze and you look at the interviewer without breaking eye contact, that can be really creepy. That can also be really aggressive. So you want to be careful to make eye contact. Maybe hold it 1 second longer than you may feel comfortable, and then break eye contact. You don't want to give an intense, creepy, or aggressive stare. Pointing. No one wants to have a finger in their face, even if you're trying to make a point. So pointing or stabbing or jabbing or punching this way. Sometimes that can come off as very aggressive as well. So be careful with your hand gestures. Pointing, stabbing, jabbing can be aggressive, can be offensive. Don't do it. Fidgeting. Fidgeting will destroy your appearance of confidence. It will make you look nervous, and it's distracting, quite frankly. So if you're a pen tapper, a foot tapper, a nail biter, if you wring your hands, practice breathing deeply and keeping still. There is an art to that, and you can practice it, but try not to fidget, because you will diminish some of your credibility by fidgeting. You also don't want to be an excessive nodder, a bobblehead, right? And this is something that women tend to do more than men. You're agreeing and you're shaking your head, and you're shaking your head so much that it makes you appear juvenile. It makes you, again, appear less authoritative, less polished. So excessive nodding is another really bad body language, nonverbal communication habit that you want to break. Putting your hands behind your back can also make you appear like you're hiding something, like you're unapproachable, that you're not being open, that you're not receptive. So try to have your hands either in front of you or at your side, and don't put them behind your back, especially for extended periods of time. There are lots of people who like to stand or sit with their hands behind their back, and I'm suggesting that you correct that body language mistake. The other thing is that you want to make sure that your tone and your facial expression match. You don't want to be talking about something that you're passionate about in a very monotone way. You don't want to even be energetic about something, but your eyes are dead and your facial expression doesn't match the energy level and the level of excitement and enthusiasm and passion that your words are communicating. That's something that's very difficult for people to control, their facial expressions, and partially it's because they don't realize when their facial expressions are betraying them. So sometimes speaking in the mirror is helpful. Conducting face-to-face mock interviews where people such as myself can give you feedback on your facial expressions and your body language. But absent the ability to work with a coach or to do a mock interview face-to-face or even via video, look in the mirror. Deliver your answers in the mirror and just look at yourself. Even more so than listening to yourself, look at yourself and make sure that your facial expressions are matching the tone and the content of your answers. The other thing you want to avoid is the shifty eye syndrome, right? Looking all around. That is a function of not wanting to make eye contact or breaking eye contact and then not re-engaging, but looking all around, darting your eyes from side to side, up and down rapidly is, again, very distracting. It doesn't build trust. It makes you look less trustworthy. Again, it makes you look less confident. And it makes you look like you're either lying or unsure of yourself. So again, make sure that you're not looking all around, darting your eyes, and generally being shifty with your eyes. We talked about staring. Last but certainly not least, you want to make sure that you give a firm, an appropriately firm handshake. You don't want to shake your interviewer's hand and prove that you've been deadlifting or you're very strong. You're not trying to be bam bam. But at the same time, you don't want a weak, wet, willy-nilly handshake either. Your hand should meet the hand of the interviewer and just grasped firmly and shaken slightly vigorously. You don't want to shake the hand off, but you don't want to do a partial where you only grab the fingertips, or you do something like this. It needs to be a firm handshake. And that's something, again, you can practice. I would certainly recommend it if those interactions have ever been awkward for you. But a firm handshake is a great way to start a winning interview. I'll be back on with additional tips from time to time. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this session with the top 10 body language mistakes that candidates make. And I hope that you are able to identify where you may be making some of these mistakes so that you can get that job, so that you can close the offer and claim the role that you are capable of claiming. If you need assistance, click the link and schedule some time, and I'd be happy to help you. Be sure to turn on your notifications so that you are aware next time I post a video. Subscribe and turn on the notifications. Thanks so much and have a great day.